Now we're going to take a look at using the Adobe Scan app to create a single PDF from a multi-page document. And Adobe is known for PDF, the PDF format. So you would think that this app should do a pretty good job. Well, let's check it out. So I'm going to go ahead and launch the app, and immediately it takes me to the screen where it's looking for a picture to scan. Now the thing about the Adobe Scan app is, and maybe there's a way to disable it, but I don't know. But it is going to do a lot of things automatically. So you can see it was looking for a document and it couldn't find it. Now there are lots of other formats that you could be working with. You could be looking at a book, whiteboard, uh, ID card, business cards, all these different things. They have these predefined settings that should make it easier once you know what it is you're working with. So again, the default here is always going to be document, so it's there. So it's looking for a document, it doesn't see anything. So I'm just going to move it slowly to the left, and here is my document. And if you notice, it's looking for stuff, it's resizing the window, and you try to be as steady as possible, and then it automatically takes it, and then it tries to do the auto crop as well. Now you can see it doesn't do a great job because it cut off a part of the question. So I can use that upper right corner and just pull that up, and what's nice is it kind of highlights as you hold it. It has that magnifying glass so you can see it a little bit more. Now, I didn't capture the entire question perfectly, but I just wanted to show you that you can crop again while you're in the scanning mode. So once it looks good, or at least okay, you hit continue at the lower right. Hit continue. And then again, it's looking for a document. Well, it's the same document, so I'm not going to let it take this one. Oh, it tried to. See how fast it did that? So the nice thing is you can always hit the retake. So before I hit the retake, I'm going to turn my document over to get the second page, then do retake, and then it's looking, and it's fast. It is fast, and then again, it's doing this all automatically. And that one looks pretty good, and then I'm going to hit continue, right? So there you go. And nope, you're not going to take any more pictures, so I'm going to move that away, just kind of put it on a blank area here. It doesn't see, so what it's looking for is text, either printed text, written text, all that stuff. And if it's not seeing anything like that, it doesn't treat it as a document, so it's not going to do the scan. So it's apparently pretty smart. But so now that we've captured our two images and we have our scan done, let's see, what does the export process look like. So I'm going to click lower right. You can see we have that. You can see that little preview of that would have been the last scan, and then with the number 2 there, that's telling me I have a 2-page scan in process. So I'm going to click on that, and then it brings it up. So here's page 1. And of course, it's telling you that you can clean up your scan. And it's not just clean up, but if you look at the bottom here, Adobe's all fancy. You can rotate, so that's good if for some reason your image was rotated. But I mean, you should be able to tell that, right? If you have your page upside down. You can change the page size, you can add filters. The cleanup is kind of their digital eraser type thing, right? Or you can mark up, so you can add things to your scan. So I'm not going to do any of those features. Again, we're just trying to keep it simple. You can scroll through just to make sure that all the pages are there. And then, so the default file name is going to be Adobe Scan and then the date. So you can see the date there. If you wanted to, customize it a little bit more, you would hit on that name, and then you just go ahead. And it's even giving you suggestions. Again, it's thinking about the content that it just scanned, and let's just say that this is, I'll just call this like quiz one or something like that, and then just do rename, right? So there it is. But the big thing now is we want to save this document as a PDF. So I'm going to hit Save PDF, and it's doing its thing, and then there it is. So and then of course it wants me to give it 4 stars. So you know what? I'm going to give it 5 stars because it's super smart. But I'm not going to write a review. And then here you have some more. So if you have Adobe, one of the reader things, the PDF readers on your device, and you can open it there. You can actually save it as a JPEG, which you don't want to do because we want to be able to submit our work as a PDF, a single PDF. So the key here is hitting that share button that's at the top there, and it will bring up the same share sheet. Well, actually not quite yet. What it does is it obviously you can see some basic ways to share it. You could just share the link with someone, and the reason why there's a link associated with this file, because with the Adobe Scan app, you create and it's a free account, and you put an email address in there, and what it does, it creates a little bit of cloud storage for you. So I don't think it's a huge cloud storage, but it's through Adobe, and then it saves it somewhere in their cloud, and then this is a link to it, right? Another thing you could do is you could just email the PDF to someone. So let's say you wanted to email your professor a copy of all the stuff you've been working on before you go to office hours, and you can say, hey, you want to take a look at this? I'm planning to stop by tomorrow. I'm just going to give you a heads up. That would work too. So you would use this email option. But if you wanted to save the PDF somewhere else, right, like in OneDrive or Dropbox, you would do share, and it brings up the share sheet. So for me, these would be the options. I could save it to the files on my phone, or I could save it to Dropbox. So whatever of these standard services you have set up on your device, you would want to be able to save the file on one of them. And this is how you would do it. And then once it's there, then you can do another step of going to something like Blackboard and uploading this so that your work can be graded, right? So that's the Adobe Scan. It tries to be a little bit smarter, but it functions in a very similar way to all the other apps.